XRP holders, get ready right now because this is about to happen. Hopefully you are doing fantastic today. But this is it. They are backing XRP. Finally, we have more news from the CEO of GRAYSCALE, which is one of them posting the ETFs. We were waiting for this quite some time, actually, weren't we? The ETFs are like the main driver for XRP. They're one of the main drivers for crypto to go up, really, and especially XRP itself. So, yeah, it is very important to say that XRP has been doing well, but this is the one that will really change everything.
$100,000 per coin yet. I get it, okay? But what I'm going to show you guys in today's video is a little bit of clarity for a lot of you, a lot of good news for all of you other guys who are just waiting for the good times to start rolling again.
So yeah, fair to say what happened with Bitcoin's prices and XR and Ethereum's prices when they went up is they immediately exploded. It's a very, very big price change that people don't realize here right now. So yeah, just let that sink in.
You guys, a lot of you understand now, crypto comes in ebbs and flows. And I think that a lot of you guys need to get ready because there are a lot of people that are backing XRP in a massive way, and we have dates, okay? We have specific dates. And I want to show you guys these dates, and I want to show you what these particular dates actually mean. The SEC is currently pushing the spot XRP ETF decisions into October, in case you guys missed that.
This is what I told you guys.
The final deadlines are as follows. For GRAYSCALE, October 18th. For 21 shares, October 19th. For Bitwise, October 20th. For Canary Capital and Wisdom Tree, October 24 and 25.
So yeah, each day is going to be like more news. Look at that. Each day we're going to have more news. As I told you guys, October there's going to be something 19th, 20th, 18th.
Respectively. So this is something that I think a lot of you guys need to remind yourselves of. XRP ETFs are probably the largest catalyst that will actually be driving volume that we have received so far. I mean, think about it. The SEC case ending, we all knew that was coming. I don't know why people expected that to absolutely blow up the price of XRP overnight to $10 per coin. That was just unrealistic. Everybody already knew that the case was ending. It was majority already priced in. And yes, we did get a nice pump on that day, up 10% while the rest of the market was basically flatlining. That is pretty solid stuff. But actual capital and liquidity overnight to coming into XRP in the form of these ETFs is undoubtedly going to be insane. And so I
feel like the ETFs, you know, it's not going to happen $10, but $4, like pushing to $4, at least being a catalyst to something is pretty realistic.
I started asking Grok a number of different questions just about for like the inflows that came in from XRP ETFs and what this means, how much volume we could potentially see, how much volume came in total between all of these different companies for Bitcoin ETFs, so we can kind of get an idea. And you can see the total amount of inflows that came in was ranging somewhere between 7 to 15 billion. It's actually probably closer to about 20 billion because BlackRock alone had 20 billion of inflows. And you can see right here, GRAYSCALE was only...
So BlackRock posting this is what I've been calling, guys. I said BlackRock will hold XRP's 80% of the volume. This basically proves my theory because all of these exchanges pushed in October. We need BlackRock, guys. This is the most important one. See how much inflows are for Bitcoin? Same is going to be for XRP. So if we can get BlackRock, we can probably get more of them.
The only negative one right here with negative outflows, potentially between 1 to 5 billion. But yeah, the Grok estimates it's between 7 to 15 billion. I do believe it's actually closer to 20 billion because I know GRAYSCALE's negative outflows were not around 5 billion. That's just way too high. And so, yeah, I mean, around 20 billion of inflows is basically what Bitcoin got.
I'm pretty sure they were selling because of what happened 10 years ago in Bitcoin. Like GRAYSCALE was holding that. That's why they sold so much. So posting on GRAYSCALE doesn't mean Ethereum XRP will go negative.
Around 20 billion of inflows is basically what Bitcoin got. Now, I also want to talk about how much Bitcoin's market cap grew during the period of time that these spot ETFs were available, because this is probably the most important thing. It's the snowball effect. Yes, the volume is great, but it's how much retail adoption, how many more people are becoming aware about Bitcoin. That's the most important. And also all of the institutions that are now buying more Bitcoin because they see these ETFs actually becoming available. These are all really important things. When we look,
So yeah, I feel like a lot of retail will also come once we get the new government update. We've been all waiting for that. The Crypto Clarity Act is where the majority of retail investors, in my opinion, are going to be coming in. It's not just the ETFs. There is tons of stuff happening in October and November potentially.
look at the available data, we can see that Bitcoin's price was on January 1st of 2024, before when these ETFs were just being introduced, was about 43,600 per coin, right? We fast forward all the way over to today, and we can see that the market cap growth is insane. January 2024 market cap for Bitcoin was below 1 trillion at 854 billion. August 19th, 2025, we're at $2.29 trillion market cap for Bitcoin with the $114,000 price, which is around what we're at right now. So the growth is as calculated as follows. $1.435 trillion in growth in terms of market cap, or 168% percentage growth.
So he's saying that, crypto will go basically to XRP will see a 168%. Now, I think this is less because Bitcoin has much bigger trading volume. And that's why the growth is going to be much higher on Bitcoin, like in terms of growth of how many inflows you have. People are calling that, XRP is going to go here and there. Who knows at this point? Like they're saying 168%, like we're going to see 1.4 trillion pump.
Just from this period of time for ETFs. And I want to remind you guys once again,
this is what bumped Bitcoin, right? What I'm trying to say is XRP might not have the same pumps because it doesn't have the same trading volume as Bitcoin.
This is for Bitcoin. Just Bitcoin. XRP during the same period of time went from trading at around 40 cents per coin,
450%,
all the way up to where it is right now, very close to $3 per coin. So instead of getting 168% growth, I mean, we're looking at nearly 6x, or actually a little bit more than 6x of the growth for XRP. So we're looking at over 600% growth for XRP. I mean, let that sink in. It's actually, I mean, with the 40 cent,
that's why a lot of people will go from stocks possibly to crypto. They're much more risky, but they're willing to take that risk. And that's where they go, double down on it. Like XRP being 450% up is literally more than Bitcoin.
Actually, like 700% growth, pretty much. I mean, it's just absolutely insane that is what we're seeing right now. Because XRP's current price is 291. That would leave it around that. So about just over 7x growth, 700% growth. And I want to remind you guys once again, ETFs have not even been introduced yet for XRP. And we're clearly seeing the effects of the Ethereum ETFs right now. I mean, Ethereum's growth has been meteoric. It's been absolute.
The thing with ETFs, it gives more people who would never bought crypto, is would be buying it now. That's the thing. They would never buy crypto before. They can now buy XRP. So it's potentially new buyers coming in. And we don't know the exact amount, but it's definitely going to be bigger than before.
Exploding. It flew above $4,000 per coin, was, I think, even briefly getting close to 5,000. I mean, it was just absolutely exploding in price. And yeah, it's retraced a little bit, but that's normal after a big rally like that. And so I think this sort of perspective right now is really important for a lot of you guys. And there's a lot of other stuff that's going on right now as well. Okay. And so we see that we just got a massive correction, but you look at MicroStrategy, they just bought hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. We look at SharpLink Gaming, and they just bought $667 million worth of Ethereum.
I feel like these institutions know way more than us. And if we get someone buying XRP on the big with the new ETFs, we could get someone like MicroStrategy at this point buying XRP. So it's not just that, Ethereum now has a buyer. Again, what do these have in common? They all have ETFs, which makes it easier to buy. They bought 667 million.
After this correction, pretty crazy. We also have Treasury Secretary Basant making a ton of statements. He's saying things like crypto stablecoins will expand dollar access for billions of people across the globe. I mean, he's just saying it flat out that billions of people are going to be using stablecoins. At the same time, we also have Wyoming becoming the first U.S. state to launch its own stablecoin. Okay? So,
like stablecoins and XRP, I would say they're totally separate though.
U.S. states are launching their own stablecoins. Banks are launching their own stablecoins. We have the stablecoin market just growing astronomically right now, going insane. And we have our like top government heads here saying that it's going to be available for billions of people across the globe. Everyone's going to use this.
This is what I've been telling you guys. The new era is when people start using XRP worldwide indirectly, like burning XRP and they don't even know it.
The government wants this. The government wants people to buy U.S. debt, and that's exactly what stablecoins do. They buy treasury bills, and they give these massive returns that you would never get from just holding fiat currency. It's a good business model. Stablecoins and cryptocurrency are changing finance forever and actually providing a lot more utility and use case, because guess what? They are actually backed by something, and you actually get something for holding them as the issuer. The company who issues the stablecoins gets the treasuries and gets these bonds and gets these returns. So this is why.
I mean, if you hold it in treasury bonds, you're also getting something out of it. The thing is, why governments are using stablecoins is because everything can be much faster and much simpler and much cheaper. They finally found a way. That's why they're using XRP, because it only costs a fraction to send something.
Mistake to look at the price of XRP today and think to yourself, wow, this is a bad deal. Oh, I think I should just sell. This is horrible. I think that's silly. I think that's really silly. That's just my opinion, though. That's not financial advice by any means. I just want to show you guys.
So yeah, if they're buying millions and billionaires are buying, this is definitely a very good indicator to, trust the process. I'm going to trust these billionaires. I'm not going to trust someone on, for example, the internet telling me, oh, it's going to go to zero or Bitcoin's going to go to zero. If these billionaires are buying 660 million and they have probably people doing these predictions. So look at this.